Hey, up next on the MARR Army Rock Show, very excited to have Through the Wake back on the show. Now, we've had the guys on the show before, and I've been very excited with the new music that just keeps coming out. You guys are dribbling them out one at a time to us here, teasing us a little bit before the EP, but we've been enjoying what we heard. Guys, welcome to the show. We've got Dan and Tony with us here on the MARR Army Rock Show. Guys, welcome.
Hi, how's it going? What's going on, gang?
Hey, so you guys as musicians are not new, and we've talked to you before, but introduce folks just a little bit to the band and how recently you guys came together as Through the Wake.
I used to sing in a band called Ashes to Embers. Matt and Joe used to play together in a project that played around for a while. Joe and Tony actually used to play in a band called Dark Harbor together.
Yeah, I was kind of the band whore that has been, I've jammed with like everybody. I hate to use that term, but yeah, Tone Bone, and I've gotten around with the band members, but it's all culminated as me and Joe starting off, and then Matt joined the band. I knew a guitar player, brought him over. They all knew Dan, brought Dan in, and it's just worked ever since.
That seems to be there's been a lot of good bands that came out of Baltimore that just melded because of that Baltimore scene. I assume you guys have been watching each other's bands for quite a few years now.
Yeah, I think we played some shows together in different bands throughout the years. Definitely shared some stages and been on some bills together. Kind of interesting, you make friends throughout the scene. Like I know I'd been pretty good buddies with Matt for a while and had seen him in different projects he played in. And, I always liked the style, and opportunity came up to be in a band with guys like Matt and Joe, and, now knowing Tony and Adam, it's kind of just built, you build a friendship, but at the same time, it's like, I know this is a solid guy, so it becomes more of a real opportunity. It's not like some weird Craigslist going to some stranger's basement,
I want to make noise, man.
Well, I will tell you, collectively, I've been familiar with all your bands, and collectively, I truly think this is some of the finest work you guys have produced, so congratulations.
Thank you very much. That means a lot.
So, you just released your third single, and you're in the studio today. Tell me what I'm interrupting by talking to you here. What's going on in the studio right now?
We're recording a 4-track EP. Like, we're literally giving out most of the EP already. We were going to release this as a 3-song, like a demo kind of disc. We're going about this a little differently. We're not going to be releasing songs in batches like that. We're going to continue to just put songs up like one at a time and do a subscription, like an online service, like where you can actually buy the songs one at a time as we record them. We want to keep current. We want to allow people to hear what they want to hear. We don't want to hold it back. Before we did this, we wrote one song that we were just like, this has to be on here. And we got this show for the release date, and we're like, we can get in. We can get this done. And Tony Corelli worked it out and got us in for the day, and we're going to rock it out and finish this last song. It's called Trading on Fear. It's kind of a heavier tune, a lot of energy, a little different than any of the other songs, but it's got something special to it that we were real excited. And we were just like, we couldn't put this out without this song.
A couple things came to my mind. Gosh, I'm going to lose my track. Like 3 things that I wanted to ask you about there. Let's start with the show coming up. Let's talk about the CD release show. I'll let you tell folks about that. You got a nice venue for this thing.
Oh, yeah. 24/7 Entertainment, Kevin Hawk. They really hooked us up. On Friday, January 15th, we're going to be playing this show there. It's an all-night event. We're doing a double release. We are releasing our EP. It's called Resurfacing. And there's another band called Pale Discretion that's releasing an album that night. They're pretty good guys. I've played some shows with them as well.
Yeah, we're good friends with them as well. I've had them on the show a few times.
Yeah, good guys. There's also several other bands playing. A band called the Electric Prophets playing.
Yep.
Yeah, Electric Prophets.
And then a band from Virginia called Navarium playing. Killer band. I met those guys out the other night in the town. Pretty cool talking with them. Really look forward to playing with them. And then closing out the night, there's a band called Taboo Tattoo. They're a pretty cool band too.
Good cover band.
Yeah.
Good cover band.
Yeah, and Baltimore Soundstage is a nice place to be. It's a good venue, and we always enjoy going there. So, man, nice place to release your CD. Are you guys going to have some merch available there, or just a CD? Or you guys, I'm pushing you already.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to have some merch available. We're probably going to have some T-shirts. We're going to have CDs. Might have a couple other little odds and ends too, but
sticker type things.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Window stickers, bumper stickers,
takeaways and stuff.
Yeah.
we want people to come out, not only pick up the EP, but pick up some merch from you guys that night as well. Now, one of the things I thought was really cool about the style of your band is you're bringing something a little bit different to it from each of you musically. But when I listen to a tune like "Still Standing," it's kind of cool because it reminds me a little of bands like Chevelle in 10 Years, where there's like a lot of different paces and emotions and stuff in each tune. Is that going to be like a trademark for this band?
I believe so.
Yeah, it could be. It's almost a frenetic pace. It's kind of weird. The music does so many things, but the one thing we try to do is keep it driving, keep it moving, and keep it constantly going forward. So the energy, it builds and builds and builds, almost like a snowball. But it's almost like a pinball as well. So it's this ridiculous.
We definitely feed off of each other and each other's style. It's like, oh, you can do that. Oh, well, then I'm gonna accent it with this. So it works out really well, hand in hand.
Now, Dan, you've done a lot of acoustic kind of projects on the side before. Do we think that we're going to hear any acoustic through the wake?
Possibly. There's a lot of writing going on right now. It's tricky because there's so many of us that write. Because we have two proficient guitar players that write songs for us, but then on top of that, our bass player Tony here, he actually writes songs too, especially acoustically. And then I don't have to tell you guys with my Think Again stuff and all the stuff that I do, I actually do a lot of writing as well. So, we have a song called The Sail. Literally, Joe walked in with a riff, and that turned into, the main riff of the song. And then him and Adam came up with a bridge, and then I actually wrote the entire chorus, and we all plugged it together. This is Adam here. He's swinging through from doing his guitar tracks.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys taking time out to talk to me too. I know it's got to be really busy there. Hey, I saw the set list from the Frankenfest show. You guys put a picture of that up there. Now, will all those tunes be on the EP? I know you mentioned how many were going to be on there, but I forgot already. So,
it's going to be a 4-track EP. It's not going to be all of them. We're hoping after the CD release that we can get in and start working on the next song. And what we want to do is we want to launch our online presence for sales. We're going to sell MP3s and sell downloads and all that stuff like everyone else does. We're going to launch that with our 4-song EP. The 4-song EP will consist of Standing Still, Inside Out, Final Farewell, those 3 you've already heard, and the song we're tracking right now, which is called Trading on Fear.
Hey, so you guys are already real big in the Baltimore area collectively. If you take your influence, I saw how many likes you already had. Is there another big market that you're thinking would be the next one to tap into, or has it been a strange market that has taken you guys already?
Not necessarily. It's something we're starting to look into. We'd like to get into that Northern Virginia scene out there. There's a lot there, out in Vienna and Fairfax. We'd also like to get up into Philly and out into Delaware a little bit. Play the Wilmingtons and, those kind of scenes in the college towns. You can get some kind of really interesting feedback and really build something through this region. That's one thing we're really lucky, being from Baltimore. A lot of people think this scene might not be the greatest in the country, but the thing that's so great about being here is we're so close to so many other places.
Right,
we could go to New York,
areas.
We could go to D.C.,
Yep.
We could go to Philly, we could do all of them.
Tri-state areas, nice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the surrounding area is what really makes the whole music around here really good.
Yeah, you guys are on the southern end of an area that, we're located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and this area is amazing as far as being, like you said, being able to strike within an hour a whole bunch of great local clubs and local scenes and colleges and all that. So, we're happy to be here in this area as well. Hey, so what is your vision for the band in 2016? If I was to do an interview with you again a year from now, where do you hope that Through the Wake's going to be a year from today?
Man, sky's the limit.
Prepping an East Coast tour would be amazing.
Who knows? Right now,
putting it bluntly.
Right now, we're starting to work on different opportunities that are coming up already for summer, possible festival shows, stuff like that. We're trying not to get unrealistic, but we are trying to get the biggest opportunities that are possible. We're also trying to follow through on every commitment we make. One thing. We've already committed. We're going to be performing at this year's Frozen Harbor Music Festival in Baltimore in February.
Nice.
So we'll be there.
Let's hope the weather's better this year.
Well, we're actually in the inside. There's actually an inside stage we're performing on at Lucky's. So that place is going to be mobbed, and it's just going to be wild. I'm kind of curious how that's all going to go, but whatever. See if people wants to hear music, we'll do it. That's kind of how we look at it. it's got to be realistic. You know, I'm not going to lie and pretend that we could all just dive in a van tomorrow because, you know, Matt's got kids. We've got houses. Adam just had a baby. But at the same time, we want to take our music as far as we can and get it out to, you know, whoever wants to hear it.
Feasibly on our own.
Yeah, I think you guys have everything it takes to be a great touring band, and like I said, I've known you all for a while individually, but as a band, I'm just very, very pleased with what you guys are producing. And in fact, this is the first show of 2016 for the MARR Rock Show, and it's the first time we've introduced our Golden Dozen chart to the world. And surprisingly enough, one of the reasons I wanted you on the show is Through the Wake is checking in at number 6 on the Golden Dozen with Inside Out.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
That means you guys all out there, you have to vote and get us to number 1.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can vote. This better be like American Idol. You just text 1052.
We don't have quite their technology yet.
K-Rock and tell them you went Through the Wake at number 1.
Well, so you're partially correct. While we don't have quite the text in a special number for you guys, one of the things that is going to control the movement on the charts is going to be people going onto the MARR Rock Show Facebook page and telling us, move my band up, and
that's right.
So we don't want to tell them move anybody down. So, hey, what do you got left to?
About Mrs. Marr either.
Oh, of course, yeah. How could I? She's sitting. She's just sitting on the other side of our little humble studio here. So, hey, one last thing. So, what do you got left to do today? How long of a session is this going to be for you guys?
It's
sounds like they're wrapping up the second guitar track. Maybe now.
Yeah, I mean, all the drums and bass are laid for this. We did that in our earlier session. Today we're wrapping up guitar work, and I'm going to lay vocals, and we're going to do a mix down. We'll probably be here 5 or 6 hours today. We're probably an hour and a half in now.
Well,
so it's a pretty smooth process. We work with Tony Corelli. He has a studio called the Deep End Studios.
Yep.
If anybody wants to check it out, that's thedeependstudio.com. Tony is an amazing producer. Dude is lightning fast. Could not recommend anyone more.
Had the pleasure of seeing Tony's studio several times, and definitely a shout out to Deep End Studios, man. He's a good guy and good production down there from that place. So, hey, well, this is Through the Wake, everybody, and I want to congratulate them for being on the very first Golden Dozen chart with their tune Inside Out, and congratulate them on the release of their EP. And one more time, plug the show for everybody.
January 15th, coming out to Baltimore Soundstage. We'll be releasing our EP, Resurfacing, playing with Pale Discretion, Novarium, Taboo Tattoo, and the Electric Prophets. Coming out, it's a 24/7 show. It's going to be a $10 ticket in advance or a $15 ticket at the door. I believe the doors are at 7. So please come on out and support the release of our EP. We really appreciate everybody's support, too.
Thank you guys very much.
Hey, it's our pleasure. A lot of great bands on that bill for $10, so get on out there, everybody. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.